Welcome back to the ITIL Practitioner. My name is Dr. Suzanne Van Hove and I am your instructor. In this module, we're going to go over a few exam tips and some information around this certification exam. So let's just go ahead and jump right into the content. First of all, the exam is a 40-question scenario-based exam. They're multiple choice. There is only one correct answer. It is based on a caselet or a case called Cruise Along Cars, and each exam has the same core information around cruise along cars. Now, in addition to the core or the foundation information, there's additional information that's provided for groups of questions. So if you went ahead and looked at sample 1 and sample 2 and compared the Cruise Along Cars scenario booklet is what they're calling it, you'll notice again that the core information is the same, but the extra information or additional information is different for sample 1 and sample 2. You can expect that the information on the certification exam, the extra information, may be different as well. You have an hour and 45 minutes or 105 minutes to complete the exam. You will use all 145 minutes typically. But the best thing about this course is that we've used the scenarios for Cruise Along Cars for all of the activities in our course, so you should be fairly familiar with that scenario or with that case study by the time you take the certification exam. That is a bonus. The next thing is, it is an open book exam. Now, it is based on the official guidance, which is called ITIL Practitioner Guidance. There's a link on the GoGo homepage for you to purchase that book. I highly recommend that you have that book because there is more information in the book than what we talk about in the lectures. Remember what we said in the opening video is that this is an 80% doing class, 20% lecture. So it is up to the student, it is up to you to dive into this material, massage it, play around with it, really pull all the bells and whistles on it and truly get your hands around this information. Now with this book, you can annotate it, you can highlight it, you can put tabs in it, but you cannot have any written notes. And when you take this exam with your remote proctor, you will have to show the book. So no sticky notes, no loose leaf pages, no written notes, but you certainly can have tabs in it so that you can move around the book rather quickly. Okay, the book is important. Do go get the book. About taking the exam. Now, just because it's open book doesn't mean the exam is easier. Your time does not stop when you're desperately flipping through the book trying to find an answer or information that will give you context for a question so that you do come up with the right answer. You still have to know the information flat out. You have to know it. So with Cruise Along Cars and that case study, again, like I've said, there is additional information that's added to the core scenario. And again, if you go back and look at sample 1 and sample 2, the additional information is different. Don't be disappointed or caught unawares that the additional information on the certification exam may also be different than what you've seen in sample 1 and sample 2. You must be able to apply the concepts that we're going to be talking about in the lectures, that you will read about in the student guide, and that you will study in the official guidance. You also have to remember what you've learned in the ITIL Foundation class. We're not going to re-examine those concepts. We're going to assume that you remember. So if you have the opportunity or if you feel the information is above your level, go back and review those foundation concepts. Again, this class is doing and it's about applying the concepts. So to apply a concept, you have to understand it. Secondly, or lastly, there's 2 practice exams. Strongly suggest that you use additional paper to take the exams. I wouldn't mark them up, you just have to print them again, but use them and reuse them. With every practice exam, there is another file that is the justifications. Those justifications I have found for the most part are good. They will point to you or point to certain sections in the volumes for each of these questions. So if you get a question wrong, read the justifications and then go back into the ITIL guidance, the official ITIL guidance, and read the section of the book that they are pointing out. You must engage with these exams and you must engage with the concepts to be successful on this exam. And quite frankly, you need to engage with the concepts to be successful, as the outcome of this class is to say, hey, I'm ready to be a service management consultant. And if you don't understand the context or these concepts, it makes it very difficult to be successful as that consultant. Okay, so we've talked about the exam. We've given you an overview of the class. I think it's time to get jumping into the key information. So I'll see you in the next module.